West at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Play action. It's Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold off to try to keep that momentum going. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Dallas up the middle.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Walker.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run, Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Geno's going to throw. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert it along with it. They'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said,
exactly what they did.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's up and good. That pushes the lead now to 15-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Hey, 88, 26.
Rodgers now on first down.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Yeah, they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Touchdown!
Aaron Rodgers finding Christian Watson. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Rodgers will throw for it. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
7 yards there and a first down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Being chased out left. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
26.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll send the tight end in motion left. The final shot here before break. Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Off of play action. Here's Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From just shy of midfield, Smith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Gino. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Myers' kick is good, and they have regained the lead. They don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
That one caught downfield by Watson. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
It's a big play there for Green Bay. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 1st down, it's Smith. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
Here's Smith.
That's complete to his running back, Dallas.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
DJ Dallas.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Myers now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
This taken in at the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Packers. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft?
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Back to throw, Smith. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Smith.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They run again with Walker. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do.
Running left is Walker.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A pretty big 3rd down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles.
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.